There'll be enough of that. Hey, you gotta be nice to her. You hear me? She's a nice lady. Get him. We're still upset about that one. So we're gonna do everything we can in today's video to make sure nothing falls off again. Got B here in the background, we're doing some maintenance. So today's video, maintenance, preventative maintenance, and some more maintenance. Stay tuned, you're gonna learn something today. Oh yeah. The other one's in the race car trailer, ain't they? I think so, in a bag, wrapped up with a napkin. So B's over here pulling off our brake pads. We got 1 night on them. And I see you're using that real nice snap-on ratchet that you can't even hear hardly.
That's nice. You can't hear it moving.
You want to make sure to thank Mr. Bill Walters for that. Thanks, Wild Bill. Pulling the calipers off. We're taking the brake pads out. We're going to look at them. I've already wiped the rotors down after we wash it. We like to go around there and spray brake cleaner on them. How do they look?
They don't look bad.
Ain't got no uneven wear on them. I just feel a little bit of a lip. But what we're doing, we got this, I don't know what grit it is, probably tells you on the back. This is 80 grit, but it's just a sanding disc. I'm gonna run that right on that flat ground right there till we get them even. It'll take a little bit. A lot of you guys probably already do this, but we're just trying to get that pad nice and even.
Not bad, not
Yep,
bad.
get all the shininess off of it so she ain't shiny no more. How's that one look real quick? Oh, you done screwed it up.
No. Screw that up.
Don't look bad. It's not shiny either. Keep in mind, it's got 1 night on it, but B's gonna go around all 4 corners. Well, I done that one already. He's gonna go around the other 3 corners, and we're gonna just take the sheen off those brakes, get them nice and even. Get him. As you can see, I got the springs out. Because with these Weir's OD Grab spring cups, this is the top, we're running these Torrington bearings, right? You can see the grease on them. But we're going to take these out, we're going to wipe them down. There's actually a little bit of dirt in there. You can see at the edge, I don't know, you might be able to see a little bit of dirt. But we're going to clean these all up, reinstall them, check our springs out. We're just going through the whole thing, front to back. Now, while I got you here, if you don't know what happened at the beginning of this video, leading the race, the rod that holds the throttle arm on came off. Mainly because it never got tightened. And all the, flip my lights on here. And all the hustle and bustle getting this car together, we never tightened it. So I'm going to show you exactly what happened. Okay, you see this rod we're looking at here? That rod goes up to the throttle arm, or that arm goes to the throttle rod, goes to the carburetor. That arm is what came off. You see how that's made? That's on a spline shaft. There's a set screw on that arm. Never tightened it. That arm just slid right off, right towards us. No throttle input for the driver. So as you can see here, we've got a piece of heat shrink tubing shrunk onto that shaft, and a real nice made in USA hose clamp. You could also drill that out, put a pin in the end of it, but either way, that ain't coming off again. It just ain't gonna happen. So big shout out to you guys reading the comments. There's some really good ideas on how to fix that. I had heat shrink and I had hose clamps. So got that one in there, that one's done. I got the same thing done on the one in here. Probably won't be able to see it, but I'll let you try to see it. So both of those are done up. So as B's going through here doing these brake pads, I'm gonna maintenance, like this is the OD Grab cup on the back. So I'm gonna go through and maintenance that, and we're gonna show you some really cool checks that we do every week to make sure our tow is correct, our loads in our car is right. We're gonna get the Hammond plates on there, check the tow that way, and just go through a bunch of stuff that we like to do. And I got a checklist here, okay? Maintenance checklist. There's actually a couple different parts to it. We're gonna go through that. That just ensures that you catch every single thing. No excuses. No throttle arms coming off or anything like that. So strap in and let's get to it. Okay, so this is exactly why you should clean your stuff. Can you see that? See all that dirt? See all that dirt in there? That's one night of running. You don't need to have that. Here's another thing. So this is our right front cup. See all that dirt crammed in there? One night. Preventative maintenance. So we're gonna clean all this up. Don't make no noise when you do it.
Nope. Ain't making no noise.
Anyway, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. B's gonna get the rest of them brakes done up. All right, guys. So Dawn and water, Dawn dish liquid, soapy water. Scrub them. Most important thing, blow them out with compressed air. Get all that water out of there. You don't want these rusting up. And after you get done with that, you want some good thick grease. We're just using this waterproof Maxima grease we got from our buddies over there at Maxima. It's good and thick, non-synthetic. Put it on there, not a lot, just a little coat of it. And we're gonna put it back on there. This is our left rear. I'm gonna do the rest of them the same way. We got Nate over here. He's practicing drive. Your knee's gonna hit there if you do? Nope. Well, they're touching right now, though.
Yeah, but I'm away from the pedal.
Right. Pretty close proximity in the old driver's compartment, isn't it? I like it.
Yeah.
So Nathan's gonna get in here. B's over there with the brake bleeder bucket, whatever you call it. And we're bleeding the brakes. Something you should do every weekend, in my opinion. 2 to 3 good hard pumps, crack her loose. Basically, you want to get all this fluid out and put new fluid back in it, because that's a lot of demand on the old calipers with that brake fluid, because that never goes anywhere. It's not like it returns back to the system. So yeah, don't forget to pop the top up and fill the son of a guns back up. What are you looking for? 10 ratchet wrench? Oh, then it's a 7/16. Nope, 7/16. Oh, that's like even a 6-point job.
Perfect.
We're gonna pretend like it's a 7/16 because that's made in USA. Ain't no metrics on this.
So
Yep, 7/16. Okay, good. But anyway, so there's another piece to the puzzle, and that's on our checklist. Where's it at? Bleed brakes. So basically, like I said, what we're doing is we're getting that old fluid out of there, making sure there's all the airs out of it, and we're putting new fluid in it. All right, we got one problem with this checklist Brian just brought up. Go ahead and tell him.
In between each one, there's not a spot that says stop, take a drink of beer, and then go to the next one. I see a problem with it. There needs to be a few of them in there.
A few pause for the cause? Okay. Well, there is. It's down here. Isn't that what you said? Down here? You got to do all that before you stop.
It's the spaces in between the boxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, we can put more check boxes in there. You get done with this checklist, you're going to be tooted.
Hey,
Hey,
whatever.
hey, there you go. Well, still working on these. You didn't?
No.
Oh, good. Yeah, you got to watch it. That's what you call lunch eaters built in them.
That one right there.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Time.
Fluid's looking good. Looking on point. No pun intended whatsoever. You know?
Sure.
While you're in there, eyeball all the electrical connections and whatnot. Maybe that battery stuff down there. Well, probably not. Probably shorted out. You just use a 1/2-inch wrench. We short it out all the time.
Yeah, it's already got,
Ouch.
it's already got provision for that.
Yeah. Speaking of lunch eaters.
Open thing of-
Yeah, one of them over there in the old Maxima rack. So I have to show them real quick. That's what we use. This is a dot floor. Dot floor. I think I had a couple
Maybe.
too many drinks there. Dot 4 racing fluid, 600 plus, high temp, no fade, good as your money, guaranteed. Maxima, all the way. Right? Thank you. All right, I'm back at it. All right, so here we go. Got the old grease in that monoball there. This is just for your spring misalignment on your spring cups, but got it all cleaned out. There's actually a spiral lock in there. You can pop that out if you want to, but I got her clean enough with the old soapy water. Work that around in there. You see, we're good to go. That's not as important as the Torrington bearings, but it is pretty important to keep that clean. I think this one here is not too bad, but we're going to clean it anyway. There's some dirt and dust in there. Doesn't cost us nothing. All right, y'all, up underneath the belly of the beast here. Get my got my bearings here. Get them ready to go. Watch out, Daisy May. So we'll keep them out of the dog hair. Yep. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. All right, get. No, don't come over here. You're gonna be getting me all dirty. Now go and get. So get this baby here. She's all ready to go. I'll clean this shaft off. Make sure that's all nice and clean. No nicks or anything in it. So it's all good. Just eyeball stuff. Just make sure everything's good. I've put a white mark on everything where it's at right now, so I know where it's at. Brakes are all good to go. They're cleaned up. So I'm gonna get this jammed on. Get this spring on here, get the other four corners buttoned up, and we're gonna move on to something else. Got head mechanic over here doing some spark plug changing.
Where?
He's behind you.
Oh.
So we're going, we're getting a little hotter plug in here. Mr. Tommy Scott sent us one replacement plug because we destroyed a brand new set of his plugs last year with the old Mullins motor. So these are Bawisk. What's the matter with it?
Disgusted.
Oh yeah, that's begusted. Actually, I think I heard that happen when you took it loose. Because there just ain't a lot of room in there.
Oh, it looked like it was wobbly.
Wobbly. So we'll have to get another 08ZS. Craig, Mr. Craig, need one of those, buddy. But you see, these are ground strapless, if you want to call them that. If I still got it, I'll put the picture or video right here of how these things work. They are pretty freaking cool. Anyway, we're just going up a heat range with them. He was burning a little fat there, so a little cold to me. We'll see. Other than that, got our stuff back on it. We're getting ready to do some load sticking. I don't know if you guys ever messed with any of that, but we got a Weir's load stick we're going to stick in here, and I'll show you a little bit about that. Some spring smashing. Got the spring smasher right there, and how we got to these numbers. And then maybe we can do some toe settings and stuff like that. All right, so getting the old load machine going here. We're going to check loading this right rear. Make sure everything's on the up and up. And you need to know the center to center on your race car. So in our case, the way we found it was we scaled the whole thing. Once we got everything where we wanted it, base settings, just like Shaw wants it. We measured just like this right here would be your bolt in your car. Boom. We got our measurement. It was 18 1/4. So I need to load this spring per their recommendations on the load. So we're going to push this thing up to 18 1/4 and make sure that says the correct load for what they want. Down here there's a travel indicator and everything, so we'll know right when we're at 18 1/4. The first thing I got to do is zero this out. Okay. Shade it in there, baby. There you go, now you're going. Yeah, going up. Okay, so at 18 1/4, we're at 400 pounds. That's exactly what they recommend, 350 to 400. So we know that this is in good shape. We can make sure this is all locked down. I made sure to put this shock over in the soapy water, cleaned it up, greased the heims up, eyeballed it for any nicks on the shaft or oil or anything. We're good there. So we'll call this one good. Okay, here's you another cool tip. So, mounting this up there, you can see up there, there's spacers out the wazoo, and I got one left. I can't reach it, but if you put that on a zip tie, you can get that thing right in there. So, let's see if we can do it while you're watching. Probably, but maybe. Okay. Just like that. So there ain't no way in heck I was getting my fingers up there. We can just put that wherever we want. Right over there looks like a good spot. It ain't even got to be that long. But there's you another tip. So get these bolted on here, and what's next?
Something.
Cracking cold ones.
I got one crack that's in there sweat.
You look like what's his name? On Home Improvement?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
I don't know.
What? The neighbor. Ned?
No, that's the Simpsons.
Oh, it is. Anyway, cold ones. You got one over there?
Yeah. It'll be there when I get
Did we make a switch?
No, that's just what I had sitting around.
I've got 2 12-packs of those in the fridge. Well, a 3-pack and a 12-pack of mine.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
We're ambidextrous. We can drink all the beer.
You want me to be the guy.
Oh, all you got to do is place it in this here hole. All right, y'all. We're going to be doing the load stick operation here on this left front.
Zero this first one.
Yeah, kicker on. I just put it in there and... Yeah, you can do that. Well, actually, put it in here. It goes upside down. You come from the bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
I got your bolt right here. So this is a Weir's load stick. This is, here, put it on the bottom first. And what this does,
To the back side.
it won't hit. I done it the other way the other day. Yep. So this is a load cell you're looking at right there. Here's your bolt or your nut. Basically what this does, once you get your setup on your car and you get your center to center, that's center of shock bolt to center of shock bolt. You get that by setting your ride heights and get your scale, everything right on your car where you want it. Just let it set and zero it like that. So zeroing the weight out, that's just telling you how much load's on it right now. So we know it's 16 inches is our center to center right here for this car to be scaled correctly and the weight where we want it and everything. Now we scaled this thing and we didn't ever load stick it before we raced the other weekend because we ran out of time. So we want to load stick this to know right where everything's at. So at the track, if we want to make sure that everything's good, or in the garage also, we know we're going to put this at 16 inches and we're going to set it at the weight that this says. If we want to change springs, we can do that too. We can go to a lighter or a heavier spring by putting this at the center to center and putting the same load in it by moving this jack bolt. Okay, so with this spring right here, 16 inches, we're going to see what we get. So he'll jack us up here to this is already preset at 16 inches, and you can do it. You can also do it by just putting a ratchet right here and running it up, but I like to preset it. Okay, I'm gonna grab that 3/4 machine over there, Nate. Should be on the ground over there. Tighten that up. Just the top one's fine. I got the bottom one just sitting in there. It'll be all right. It don't have a, yep, just a stud. Okay, so he can let this jack down. As you can see, we already got a little bit of load on it. When he lets this down, this is at 16 inches, we'll know what our wheel load is on this left front. Okay. So 873 is our wheel load. Larry Shaw wants 725 to 750. Now we race this car like this, so we're actually a little heavy on this left front, which could contribute to the car being a little tight getting in, which it was. So we're going to measure this right here, this bolt, and we're going to see how much distance-wise it takes to basically lose 150 pounds out of this thing. We're going to set it, we'll set it at 750 to 725. So we'll measure this as it is, and we'll also note how many rounds it is, and we'll see what we got. How many inches are 1/8? A 3/4 ratchet wrench I got. Our head is up there. Did you put it up? Nope. Right there. So with Chad's weight bolts here, they actually have a laser etched center line on them, which is pointing backwards conveniently. And then we'll actually be able to count the rounds we're doing this too. And yep, my old lady tighten that. She's strong, ain't she?
She is.
All right. So, you want to run it? I don't remember if I handed it to you the right way. So we're watching this. It's 868. It's changed with your weight jack bolt. Let's measure that first, like I said. There you go. Measure from the. Well, you can measure from the.
Oh, that's not way down.
Oh, I'll just measure from this frame. So right there, we're at 3.5 inches. So we know 3.5 inches worth of stud. That's where we started. All right, I don't know where that scribed line is, so we'll just pretend like it's right there because we can't see it.
Well, I need to make a mark so I know where I'm at, though.
Well, just remember that that's about right there. That little white line, you're gonna be going out. So. Yeah, that's a half a turn. So see this flat right here? That flat? That's where the line's at. So there's one round. And it's going down. I don't think it's gonna take much. So 750. Let's try that. Let's just try 750. I like to pop that real quick. Oh, we lost a pound. Who cares? So I would say turn and a quarter. I'd say we lost a quarter of an inch, or we gained. And we get. Was that me and you talking about it? I guessed a quarter. That's about a quarter as it gets. So a quarter of an inch with a 600-pound spring, you get a little over 100 pounds out of it. So we're gonna lock that all down. We'll try that. You are going to lose ride height in the front now. You're not going to be, we're going to have the same ride height. And I also am going to lose right rear doing this as well. So we'll see if we need to adjust in those categories, but we're going to take all this with us. So we can go right at the track. We can take the wheel off. We can pop this back to, I already wrote down what it was. It was what, 870, 868? Yeah. We can go right back to that if we don't like it. But we're going to try this as their recommendations. So that's how you use a lobe stick. You can also, really cool thing to do is put it on the right front. You can pull that thing down to your down number. Most instances on a mod, 3 to 3.5 inches of travel. You can squish that down with the spring in it, jack it up underneath the seat, get your car dynamically set, and you can check for binds and just your travel, your roll steer, lots of cool stuff. So very valuable tool to have in your arsenal right there. Weir's Machine load stick. As well as your Ultra Force load machine. That's going to go on the trailer with us. We're going to start carrying that with us because we're going to utilize all this stuff because it means a lot to us. So we'll keep moving. Yep. All right, guys, getting ready to put the shock back on here. Something else pretty cool I want to show you. These are Ricochet shock shaft guards, and you can get them right at Weir's Machine. They make them in-house. Plastic little protector, got an aluminum job there, goes right on between your shock eye and your jam nut. But it's a pretty neat deal. So got this all set up. We're gonna jam that back on there, and then we'll call it for tonight. Our 1.5 to 2 hours is over. Yep. Is that your dog?
No.
That's what you said.
I think she is.
Yeah. Nathan said if he didn't know better, he would say that's B's dog. Always right by his side. I like your hoodie, by the way. Yeah. That's a great one. Anyway, we'll call it for tonight, and we'll get back on this thing. We'll get the rest of our front end set up. I got some really cool tricks to show you there on how to make sure your front end is true, your toe is set correctly. By the way, check out that super sweet skid plate we made right there. Here, I'll let you look up underneath of it. And we got a radiator guard sitting way over there. So some cool stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow. And it's a brand new day here at the old number 7 garage. So getting back on the race car, but before we do that, we've got some serious situations going on here. So the drawer slides on our trailer were the wimpy, I don't know what they are, but these are about twice as strong. So I ran to Menards, just in case you guys was wondering if you got a situation like this. Menards has heavy duty 100-pound slides. Way better improvement on that, and we blowed all them out, so I got to get that done today. So I'm in here doing this. B's over there working on our custom radiator screen. Show you that in a bit. Nate's pumping some fuel. It's a Saturday morning and we got to get going, so let's get to it. Well, just pretty much got the cabinet deal wrapped up. over here checking out this situation. How's that working? Working?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you can see, we got a, that's made by us, custom. He got a nice little reamer.
And somebody had to do the drill.
Yeah, I don't need it now. I was only used it for a second.
Probably gonna come back over this, drill them out, and
Put a cap on it?
yeah, because that's.
We'll show it to him real quick.
Must be-
It's made by us, by the way. You guys said we need to start making our own stuff, so we made that. Ordered this here mesh off Amazon. Cut out for all of our stuff to fit right in there. It'll mount right on the top on a 90. It'll be real neat. So we'll show you it installed, but we're finishing that up.
About 12 hours, I'll have it done here.
About 12 hours. About 12 hours will be feature time.
Yeah.
So that'll be fine.
What
We'll
we need it for.
start at the back. And then I'll show you a really cool way we check our toe and set it. Got to check some Birdcage indexing on the back, oil. We got a checklist. So I'm going to finish this up and we'll get to it. We got to go. It's race day.
Here.
All right, so here we go. This is not a plug for stickers. Yeah, it is. Got the radiator screen done, and no, those aren't on there for good. They're just sitting there. If you guys are interested in any stickers, we got these two. Look, this is making fun of your tech guy. Hopefully you get along with him pretty good and he gets a laugh. And hey, it's legal last week. Why not this week? Homemade radiator screen. Worked good.
I think it will.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it worked good.
Yep, we'll put it in.
All right. So that's going right on the old radiator hold down. Fits right in there right nice. Let's take a look at it from up from underneath.
I don't be able to see much.
Oh well, you can see our custom skid plate here. And you can see it right there. Clearance. Got our screen in there. It's going to move a little bit, so we'll call it a shaker screen. And we got up here. Oh yeah. Can't find the hole? I think that's going to work out really nice. That's probably one of the best radiator screens we've ever had. Custom made.
I thought it was right there.
So I like it. Tell me if you like it, guys. What about our skid plate too? That's to keep stuff from popping up through there and hitting the radiator. All right, on to the next one. Okay, got the car up in the air so we can show you how we got a little custom rod, and we're going to show you where we put that underneath here. Now you remember, you have to do this on the ground. We're just showing you this in the air for demonstration purposes only. So you come off the center line of your steering box over and you exit to the center line right in the middle of that grease fitting on your idler arm where it picks up on the center link. So that's an X going through there. So that's one measurement. And we take that and we go to the actual idler arm grease fitting to center link at steering box in an X, and that is exactly centered. That's how you center up your steering to start the setting of your toe. Of course, like I said, that's going to be on the ground. We've already done it. We've already checked ours. Ours is good to go. Set it 7/16 of an inch right now, toed out. But with these Hammond plates on there, when you set it down, you can actually string line the left rear to the left front, determine your toe if you want to put a little more in the left front than the right front, etc. That's up to basically a chassis manufacturer or suggestion or personal preference. So anyway, that's how that all works. Now we're going to set this down and check roll steer on the left rear with these Hammond plates. The beauty of these babies are you don't have to have any tires or wheels on. We can check indexing, roll steer, bar angle, everything. So thank you, Mr. Dave, for making a really good product. Let me tell you something too. While we got talking about Dave's products, you need a hand there?
Nope.
Okay. He makes a really cool set of hangers. Now these are the hangers for the Hammond plates. You got a spot for your washers and your nuts, and you got the spot to hang these. Now our center line of studs are not 16 inches. You see here he makes several different spots, but I just put a 2x4 because we got 24-inch centers here, so pretty neat deal there. So let's set this down, check some indexing, some roll steer, and bar angle. Okay, so as you can see on the ground here, these Hammond setup plates allow you full access to everything you could ever want to measure. So we're going to check our bar angles to make sure we're still on par with that. And I also want to check my Birdcage indexing on this Birdcage, make sure we're indexed into the spring. On the left side, 0 to 3 degrees, and about the same on the right side. But what you want to make sure is that this Birdcage is indexing, it's angled towards your spring, both sides. So it'll be the opposite direction on your right rear, but you don't want to have your Birdcage catch up and get index in the spring. It already needs to have it initially, so it's a nice sweep. And you guys are lazy. Laughing at me. Actually, they've done most of all the work today. Yep, he's sleeping. Did you clock out for that break, boy? Nope. He on a clock break. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. Huh?
It's a union mandated 15-minute break.
You go cover up with a blankie? Union? Yeah, this is a union job. Yep. The foreman ain't here though, so we're all gonna have to just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
He'll be here later. Anyway, so make sure you're indexed into the spring. But we're gonna do all that right now. Not gonna bore you with the details of that. I don't want to get you in the wrong spot here. You make sure you stay in your notebook and go to your chassis manufacturer on all your bar angles and stuff, okay? What the next guy's doing don't mean nothing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check all that and make sure I'm happy with it. And then we're gonna get going to the next thing. It's getting close to race time, so we got to go. Okay, so we got our indexing all lined out. We were way off, by the way, so hopefully the car's got a little bit more speed through the center. Now, I've got this jacked up right underneath the seat here, dynamically on the chain. Check my roll steer. Okay, so I just set this on the ground at ride height and then jacked it up and measured the distance. You know, however you want to do it. So I know what I got. That's a baseline roll steer measurement for me. Making sure that my Birdcage, my brake floater is not past center or anywhere close to camming over. If you can always move this, it doesn't matter where this dang caliper at. It could be upside down, back, I don't care. So I think we're good with that. Now I'm going to check my dynamic bar angles and my static bar angles, make sure we're good. Like I said, these Hammond plates make it pretty freaking easy, guys. You can do all this right here, just like you had the tires and wheels on the car. All right, so we're going to do that, and we're getting close. We got a couple hours left before we got to be at the track, so let's hurry up. All right, guys, we are so dang close. We are getting, we're right there. Last thing we're going to do, Dave's kit, this caster camber kit makes setting your caster camber super, super easy. With this right here, digital angle finder, we bolt this thing right to the bottom of the ball joint right here. Take that thing off right there. Anyway, it screws right into there. Set it on the ground, check your caster just like that. Super, super easy. And then camber, of course, you just put it right there on the end of your brake hub. Boom, done. So we're gonna do that and get her loaded up and head to the races. So we'll end this video right now. We appreciate y'all. I hope you learned something on this video. Comment below if you got any questions. We're gonna send it tonight. So wish us luck, and we'll see you on the next one.